My name is Stephanie, and I'm a follower of Jesus. I was born into a Christian family. We attended church twice a week, and we were always involved in the extra stuff. When my church opened a school, I started out right there in preschool and continued up to 8th grade. I was in an environment that was extremely works-based. We were taught that if we died with any unrepented sin in our heart, that you would automatically go to hell. I was told repeatedly that I wasn't good enough. I wasn't good enough to be a Christian. I wasn't good enough for God, and I fully believed those lies. When I was going to 9th grade, I convinced my mom to let me go to a public school, and this was a rude awakening for me. I made some friends who I thought were great. We had a lot of fun together, and they accepted me just the way that I was. It wasn't long before I started experimenting with drugs, alcohol, and homosexuality. By the time that I graduated high school, I was dating women exclusively, getting drunk whenever the opportunity arose, and fully reliant on marijuana to get me through the day. When I turned 19, I got a job where I found myself, to my surprise, around a group of Christians. As they started talking to me about how Jesus had changed their lives, it stirred up something that I had buried deep inside and hadn't thought about for a long time. I decided that that year at New Year's I would give my life back to God, and I would change all the things in my life that I knew were wrong. And though my heart had been changed towards my lesbian lifestyle, my addiction to drugs and alcohol was still deep, and I wasn't strong enough to overcome it. As time went on, it became apparent that dating men opposed to women had changed nothing but that in itself. My biggest sin was not homosexuality. My biggest sin was not following Jesus. Until one day, 2 summers ago, I was at Riverfest, and someone stopped me and asked me if I wanted a free snow cone. She said that she was from Restored Church and invited me to a Sunday gathering. A few weeks later, I took her up on that offer. The first message I heard at Restored was entitled, "Following Jesus Changes Everything." And this time it had, in fact, changed everything. I had never heard the gospel in the way that I do now, that Jesus paid the price for all sin, past, present, and future. My favorite verse is Philippians 3:12 and 13. It says, "Not that I have already obtained this or have already arrived at my goal, but I press on to take hold of that which God has taken hold of me. Brothers and sisters, I do not consider myself to have already obtained it, but one thing I do, forgetting what is behind me and straining towards what is ahead."